Fair use. Fair use. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shah. All praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawah Shah, Bahashim, Rikah Kadash. Yahawah being the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahawah Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Genesis 25 and 25. And the furs came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. And Esau was a cunning hunter.
Who are not connected to the electrical grid, or if they are, they only use a couple of light bulbs. However, they are left holding a huge debt, and the whole country has this debt, and it's such a big debt by intention that they can't possibly repay it. So at some point, we economic hitmen go back to that country and say, listen, you owe us a lot of money, you can't repay your debt, so give us a pound of flesh, sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies, or vote with us on the next critical UN vote, or send troops in support of ours to someplace in the world like Iraq. Right. When we fail, which doesn't happen very often, but on the few occasions when we fail, as I failed in Panama with Omar Torrijos, for example, then the jackals come in. And these are people who will either overthrow governments or, as they did in the case of Omar Torrijos, assassinate the leaders that we haven't been able to corrupt.
It's interesting.
So in that way, we've really created this empire.
John, I was going to say, it's interesting as well. You say that it's not necessarily the government.
They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of lying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They seek out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
The assassins, the hitmen, they're really the product of private companies now, so governments can keep their hands clean.
Yeah, including economic hitmen like me. I was interviewed. I was really recruited by the National Security Agency, a government organization. But in the end, I worked for a private corporation, Charles T. Main, out of Boston. And that's been the case for several decades, because it was discovered quite a long time ago that to have CIA agents doing this sort of thing, or other government agents, was just too dangerous. If they got discovered, it was obvious that it was the government's fault. But if you use private people like me, consultants and private security firms to do the assassination type of work, then if they get caught, you can always just blame the corporations. You can say it was a rogue corporation, whatever, and the government is not implicated.
Tell me about the word corporatocracy that you use in the book as well.
Well, you know, as I've said, we've really created a truly global empire. And an empire needs an emperor. An emperor is someone who's not elected, doesn't serve a limited amount of time, and also doesn't really report to anyone else. And it's obvious that the president of the United States doesn't really have that role. But we do have the equivalent of that in a group of people who run our biggest corporations. And I call this the corporatocracy. Now, this isn't a conspiracy theory. These people don't have to get together and conspire to do illegal things. They all are driven by one big motive, and that is to create huge profits for a few wealthy people who basically own their corporations. And in order to make that happen, they all know basically what they have to do. They don't have to conspire to do it. And they are not elected. They don't serve a limited term. And they basically report to no one, except maybe their boards, but they are on each other's boards, so they really take care of each other in that way too. They truly behave as a collective emperor would.
Now, regarding the first book,
Habakkuk 2 and 3, it say, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Verse 5, yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increased that which is not his, how long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. Now these people transgress by wine. What is the wine? The wine is the thing that's gathering all the nations and heaping unto them all people. And what are they doing with this wine? It says in verse 6, Woe to him that increase that which is not his. How long? To him that laden himself with thick clay. The thick clay represents debt. See, heavy debt. They put heavy debt on these other nations so that now they can control all the other nations. This is why it's called an economic hitman. See, they hitting up every nation, and they taking what they got and pretty much put these other nations in debt, and now they can increase their power. Okay, look at verse 8. It says, because you have spoiled many nations. See, this is what they're doing. They're going around getting these other nations in debt, and if they don't go along with their false debt loan, that a false loan or cunning loan that they're trying to give them, because they are cunning hunters, then they just knock the man off and put in a puppet leader or try to persuade the next leader. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil you, because of men's blood, and for the violence in the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. See, they assassinate your behind if you don't go along with that loan. See, that wine that they pushing, they assassinate your behind. Okay, and this is how it's saying they transgress by wine. What is this wine? Now you go into Revelation. Revelations, let's see. Let's start with 17. It says in verse 2, with who the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine. See, this is the same wine that's in Habakkuk 2 and 5. With the wine of her fornication. See, and what they doing with this wine? Let's get 18 and 3. It says, and for all nations have drunk of the wine. And you see what was the wine doing in Habakkuk 2 and down to 8? It was spoiling the nation. You was getting them drunk so you can rob they behind. See, and they thinking they gonna get rich. Now, you had like he said in the Hitman, you had the government officials. They was getting rich, and their families get rich, while the other people is suffering and being poor and suffering. But these people that make the deal, they get rich while the whole country get in deep debt. It says, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth. Now, who are the merchants of the earth? See, these are the corporations, are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. See, they waxing rich. That's why he said the corporations got these hitmen, these economic hitmen, and they going around helping the companies get rich. And if the company plan failed, they hire another physical hitman to go down and blow somebody's brains out. See, that's why I said they spoil many nations, and men's blood. because they'll go down there and blow their brains out and assassinate the leader. And this is who Esau, Edom is. This is what they're going to be doing in the earth. Now, Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. How? Going around to every nation, conning them and robbing them blind. And that they shall kill one another, meaning World War I, World War II, Civil War, the Punic War, any kind of Edomites fighting against each other, the so-called white man, which is red because they came out red. You never seen a white person in your life. See, they red. It says, and there was given unto him a great sword. See, they the one make the guns, the bullets, the tanks, the battleships, and these missiles and torpedoes and nuclear weapons. They the main one making them. Okay. And so when you go into let's see here. Jeremiah 49. I'm going to start with 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare. See, this is what Habakkuk 2 and 2 say. The vision was set for the appointed time to expose these dragons. See, to expose the economic hitman, the one that's going around the world, putting people in debt and forcing people to come under their rulership pretty much and control through economics. See, they ain't just using they not just using their military strength. That's the last resort. It says, I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See, he ain't gonna be able to hide how he's going around the world, rape, robbing, and conning everybody on the earth. All these nations. He don't have to go and rule them. He get they behind in debt, and then he can get them to do whatever he want them to do. Now, I had another one to add with that. Let me see if it come back to me. Let's see here. Cause he go around and hit up all these nations. Let's see here. Let's go into Isaiah 14 and get some more. And then it might come back to me. 14. Let's see here. Verse 6, it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, and is persecuted and none hinder it. See, he went around and ruled the nations in anger. Okay. Look at verse 12. It says, how thou have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. Because see, he the one put himself on top because he going around putting these people in debt and threatening they behind. How are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? How did he weaken the nation? He put them in debt. See? Now, I'll remember which one I want to get. This to add on to that, to let you know that Lucifer's not talking about no freaking fallen angel. It says, they shall see you. They that see you shall narrowly look upon you and consider you, saying, is this the man? See, is this the nation that was going around putting people in thick and deep debt so they can control their behind? That made the earth to tremble and that did shake kingdoms. How he shaking kingdoms? Like you pick somebody up and hold them by their ankles and shake all the money up out their behind. This is how Esau went around the world and made the so-called white men now, who is red, made these people indebted to his behind. Now, this is the whole key. When you go into, what is it? Ezekiel Ezekiel 28, and they like to go here to try to throw that fallen angel mess, but this ain't talking about no fallen angel. This talking about a man, see, who going around the world putting all these nations in submission through the economic hitman strategy. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, see, just like he said, they move like an emperor. They move like a leader or prince, but they one people. They're a group of people, but they moving it with one accord. But it's a bunch of people doing it. It's a nation moving like this. It says, thus says the Lord God, because your heart is lifted up, and you have said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet you are a man. See, this is what it's talking about, not no fallen angel. And not God, though you set your heart as the heart of God. Okay, then when you get to verse 4, it tells you what is he doing to set his heart as the heart of God. It say, with your wisdom and with your understanding, you have gotten riches. See? He done went and tricked these people, conned these people about their riches, and have gotten gold and silver into your treasure. By your great wisdom, see, your cunning hitman, economic hitman strategy, by your traffic have you increased your riches, and your heart is lifted up because of your riches. See, this is why he think he God, is he done went around the world and tricked these people. See, oh, we'll give you a $2 million loan, but you got to pay us this amount, and you gonna get rich, and don't worry about nobody else in your country, long as you and your family get rich. Look out for yourself. See, this is what the so-called white men will do, and they confessing on it. See, it ain't something somebody's lying and saying, oh man, these people lying on them. No, he going around and say, I was a hit man, and there was a bunch of other people just like me, man, a bunch of Edomites, just like me, going around tricking these people. See, conning these people out of their operation. And this is what they do, man. Through their great wisdom, they got rich. Through their cunning strategy. See, they cunning strategy on how to rob these people out of their money. Isaiah 47 talks about these jokers. And I'm going to get right to the point. It says, verse 1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. See, this is what's going on in Revelation. It's talking about the virgin daughter of Babylon, not talking about ancient Babylon, and it's not talking about no false religion or no harlot that betrayed God and all this crap. No, it's giving you a specific nation that is talking about. See, it's talking about them Edomites from the beginning. Then when you go to verse 3, it says, your nakedness shall be uncovered. See, and that's why they use women, virgin daughter, the mother of harlots, Babylon. They use women because women is a good analogy. It says, that your nakedness shall be uncovered. See, this is what we doing. This is what the Lord's nation that he set up to expose these dragons. Yeah, your shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. You see, then it tells you that this Babylon is considered as a lady. It says, sit thou silent and get you into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldean, for you shall no more be called the lady of kingdom. That's that mystery mother of harlots, Babylon the Great. See, and these other nations too be in cahoots with these dragons. See, they teamed up with the dragon, and while he's in the scepter, they pretty much being robbed. Look at what he said in verse 3 of Psalms 83, because the main goal is to try to pretty much attack the Israelites. But while they doing it, they getting rich. It say they have taken crafty counsel against your people and against your hidden one. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. See, the first ones that they mention is these Edomites, the tabernacles of Edom. See, they done got together with the UN and these secret organizations, and they the ones done use these Israelites also to get rich. See, while we getting rich off these Israelites, we gonna go around the world and rob the other nations too. See, we not just gonna rob the Israelites for their money. But then they tell the other nations, y'all can come to Babylon the Great and open up stores, and you can get rich off the Israelites too. See, this is how they operate. Let me get that out of Zechariah. See, while we getting rich off y'all and the Israelites, y'all can come on and get rich off them too. And that's what Babylon was doing. The merchants ain't just these corporations that the so-called white man got. The Moab, Ammon, and these Hamites and these elite Edomites, these Arabs, they got corporations too getting rich with the so-called white man. It says in verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So they allowing the other nations to get rich with them, but that wine that these other nations is drinking, they getting robbed too. And only the elites in these other nations are getting rich with the so-called white man, because they can come over here and start their own corporation in America. They own all the gas stations, the hotels, see, and they own cultural stores and corner stores, bodegas and all this crap. So they can come over here and get rich off the so-called, off the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They go in South America and all around, see, because they done got teamed up with the so-called white man, with their Federal Reserve and their IMF and their IBS, International Bank Settlement. So these people all in cahoots, but you see the strategy of the so-called white man. This is why he on top and he rich and he in heaven. See, he the Lucifer. Ain't no freaking fallen angel, man. This book is talking about these Edomites, and they being exposed on another level. Let me get that in Luke. It says, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. See, you ain't finna hide nothing, man. The Lord finna tell the Israelites, and we gonna tell it all. Let's see here. He gonna tell the Israelites, and we gonna tell the world. It says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto the servants, the prophet. See, and the Edomites, they got the most and the most secrets out of everybody, because they love to tell a bold-faced lie. But he gonna reveal all them secrets that these Edomites got to the prophets by making them tell on themselves. See, the tongue gonna fall on themselves. They telling on themselves. We just regurgitating what they done told, that they done did, confess to the stuff. See, he got a whole confession. See, the Lord put the spirit on that man to tell the truth about how these dragons going around the world, making these other countries submit to them and using their elites and people that want to sell out their own peoples and their own nation to come team up with them and conspire against the Israelites. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem, YAHWAH Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.